Hey guys, it's me Pinky. Yesterday we had the last games of the regular AC season, which in my mind was not the best AC season. I don't think the feeding was the problem. A lot of people say this is a big problem to AC, but I think not a lot of players really were trying to feed each other points. This was more like a small amount of players and allies that did dive into this. I think the problem of the AC season more or less was the same starting point for almost everyone, and then depending on your first game, your second game was very hard or very easy, and this I think it makes up the whole season a bit. But anyways, now we have UC, and with the UC we have the predictions going, and since people are always curious what to predict, I guess why not make a short video. I will try to go very fast over this, just so you don't have to watch like a very long video. If you just want to know what to pick, I will give some thoughts on some things that might matter in my mind, or where you can maybe pick other stuff. But let's go. Deb vs WE. That's a clear win for us, I think. I guess WE is only in UC because they play a time slot. Basically no one else plays with 1 o'clock, and like this they went to top 16 without a lot of competition. We have WTF with LEG, and the thing is a bit... LEG is, I think, a Russian ally, and versus WTF, it's a bit like for WTF against BDR and 3 over DEP. I think they're missing the account power. You see, they have a 40 million score. WTF has an 18 million score, so overall has a lot stronger accounts and more attendance, so I think this is an easy win for WTF. NBE versus Ash will also go to NBE. Ash did send Barak to BDR, so Ash is missing their strongest player. Then also Ash is 13th, and Ash did skip the last match, so they can't lose it. If they don't lose it, they don't lose points. I think if they would have showed up for the last match, they most likely also wouldn't be in here. If you want to see it, you see they have 4 victories, 1 defeat, and the last game was on Wednesday. Then we have WTP NFI, and I think normally this should be a win for WTP, but most of WTP's, let's say, better and stronger UC players are in depth. A lot of them came to us. You can see here already they kind of don't have the joining people for all the AC matches. They are between 60 and 80 people. If you look onto NFI, they are mostly around 90 people. For the last match, even 99. Still, WTP has some people that are stronger than anyone in NFI, but same goes for the Sultans of Swing. They have, for example, Marc de Café, who should be stronger than anyone, and they have a better attendance with 90 people, and still NFI won pretty convincing against them, so I don't think WTP can really win against them. Who knows, this might be the first game that will be an upset for my predictions. Normally this should be clear. BDR HOH, well, don't think anyone outside of DAP can beat BDR, and so this is a clear win. XBC was NTC, I don't really know NTC, and here you also see NTC has 13 million score and XBC has 17 million almost score. They have a lot of people used to playing UC, so I think this is a clear win for XBC, who are merged between AXM and the Bog Collective, I think. N3O-W1, don't think NW1 can face N3O. And we have CAC FDH, this should be a win for FDH, since CAC has the strong accounts, but no real coordination. FDH has a bit of both, so should be a win for FDH. Dep with WTF, I think again clear win for us. Don't think WTF will even try. NBE versus NFI should be a win for NBE. Maybe NFI will try to beat them, but I don't see them winning versus NBE, so should be a clear win. BDR XBC, again, don't think anyone outside of that can beat BDR. And 3O FDH, even when N3O lost in the past, I think once to FDH. Overall, they should be a lot better than FDH and should win this. WE versus LEG. I think WE is out here. Ash versus WTP. I guess this will be won by WTP. Just because they still have very strong accounts. Ash, not really. They both don't have a very high tendency. If you look onto like WTP with 80 and Ash with like around 80-ish for every game. Ash didn't recruit anyone for UC as far as I know. WTP has a lot of owls, but you can fill the owls with pilots pretty easy. And I think in the end Ash will just go cheap on this game, and that's why WTP might win. HOH versus NTC. Not a fair game for NTC, so HOH will win this. NW versus NW1 versus CAG should be kind of interesting, to be honest. NW1 has 80 to 90 people, well, more like, between like 80 and 90 people normally. CAG has like 70 to 80 people normally. NW1 has the better accounts overall, but CAG has the way stronger accounts on top. I mean, this will depend a bit on racing and stuff, but I think NW1 could win this, and most likely will, because CAG has no real coordination. I guess this will be won by NW1, but if you see CAG as favorite, just pick CAG. WTF versus LEG, clear win for WTF. NFI versus WTP, we had that game already. I think we'll go again for NFI. XBC versus HOH. HOH is playing UC since ages. XBC is a merge between players that are kinda used to UC, but they might not be as used to playing as a group than HOH. And also I think HOH is a bit stronger, so should go to HOH. Could also be won by XBC, but I think it's unlikely. FDH with NW1 will overall go for FDH, I think. But it's also possible NW1 will surprise us and win versus FDH. NW1 has a few very strong accounts on top. FDH has strong accounts on top. I guess a lot will depend on racing, first grabs, getting the mines, but overall FDH should win this. Then we have Dep again. Don't think NBU will even try against Dep. BDR and 3O should be kind of easy win for BDR. They did meet once in the season and they 110k'd them. I don't really see N3O beating BDR, even though N3O got a few people, but BDR also got a few people, so UC recruits shouldn't really matter, and this game should go to BDR. Well, WTF NFI, based on last UC season, where I was not really impressed by NFI's like timing on rallies and stuff. Even though both are kinda close in power and attendance and stuff like this, I think WTF will just outplay them coordination wise, so should be a clear win for WTF. If you're an NFI fan or think I'm wrong, you can also pick NFI here. Well, HOH NFI depends a lot on if HOH will actually try it, or if they will be like, we want to save health and like round 4 is enough for us. But I guess they will try to win this and then most likely call it a day against N3O. And I think they kind of have like the possibility to do so. FDH is a bit stronger, but in the past FDH was not that good coordinated, at least in my mind. So yeah, I think this is pretty much a 50-50 win, and then I will just go with HOH. NBE WTF. I think the allies are a bit alike. In the end, I think NBE is the stronger one. They should win, but this will be a very close match, and if you disagree with me, just pick WTF. Then we have N3O and HOH. This should be a win for N3O, just because I think HOH won't really try, and N3O has a lot of stronger accounts. In the past, they were also always playing really good. Then we have like the semi-final. Dep was BDR. I think this one will go to Dep. They are have to be a lot of stuff going wrong so BDR wins. Normally Deb also outraces BDR, puts very strong accounts even without a swap. So like BDR is a lot better in counter swaps than Deb, but this doesn't really matter if you race with the account that should hold the building. In order for BDR to beat Deb, I think for them it might be smarter to just lose this game without really trying. Go into the loser's bracket, try to beat the other loser, and then try to go all out in the final and try to surprise Deb because, well, as you can see, we didn't have a game this UC, we didn't have a game this AC. BDR at least got a few. They got N3O twice till here, but I don't think they can win this game. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm picking Deb. NB N3O. I think everyone expects N3O to win here. And, well, if you look onto like pure counts range and racing, I think it's kind of okay to say NB will win this no matter what. But I don't think N3O is that unbeatable anymore than they were the last seasons. Who knows, NB could upset us here. I still would think realistically N3O should win this, but who knows, NB might upset us, and if you're an NB fan or you believe into them, then you can also pick, I think, NB here. BDR and 3O had the match already, should be the same again. Well, and then we have the final. That was BDR, which should go to Deb, in my mind, in most cases. If BDR skips the, like, let's say, semi-final, and then comes again here from the loser bracket. Deb had no training at all, and we were unable to coordinate us without an enemy and whatnot. They might surprise us here, but I think the chances are pretty slim. So in the end, this should be won by Deb. Most likely the most interesting games will lie with stuff like WTF, NFI, NBE, WTF. Stuff like this should be HOH, FDH. That should be pretty interesting. I think Deb is pretty much too strong for anyone. BDR is pretty much too strong for anyone outside of Deb. And, well, N3O is stronger than anyone that is not BDR and Deb, and people respect them too much to try. So I hope this helps you. Enjoy your prediction, and for those who play UC, see you on the battlefield.